From music to painting on canvases, every art piece can be a medium used to convey the emotions and stories that belong to the artist that created them. With the plethora of techniques used, they all can make you feel exactly what they felt. Imagine yourself coming home from a long week of emotionally and physically exhausting yourself at work. It is finally Sunday, the day you've been looking forward to all week. The sky is clear, the breeze is warm and comforting, the leaves are dancing in the wind. You get to spend your day off relaxing, rewinding, and in the presence of your loved ones, or enjoy some quality time alone, away from the bustle of the city. Your heart fills with contentment, serenity, and joy as you take in the tranquility of your surroundings. This is the story that we envision when we let ourselves connect with the audio and visuals. By immersing ourselves into the song, we're reminded of serenity, joyfulness, contentment, compassion, and nature. We chose the following 10 paintings to symbolize this message. This can range from a happy memory with your family, a calm evening in the park, or mingling with your friends at brunch. We hope you as the audience will open your heart and soul to appreciate and experience all the gallery has to offer, the feeling of serenity. Now let us walk you through our story. For our first painting, The Poppy Field, a painting painted by Claude Monet in 1873, it is currently displayed at Musée d'Orsay, Paris, a 650 by 500 mm oil on canvas impressionism painting. He painted this during a time that provided the artist with great fulfillment as a painter, despite the failing health of Camille, his first wife. He found great comfort in the picturesque landscapes that surrounded him and provided him with plenty of subject matter to choose from. His emotional state and the way he felt towards the painting is the exact reason we picked it. It was a time of comfort and inspiration for him, which we can feel through his painting. And by listening to the track, it helps intensify those feelings immensely. On to our second painting, which is also by the artist Claude Monet, painted in 1882 and is currently displayed at the Art Institute of Chicago. It is a 66.5 by 82.3 centimeter oil on canvas impressionism painting. It is said to be a painting of his two stepdaughters on a family vacation in a quaint fishing village in Portville, France. Prior to this trip, he had visited this location before while trying to find inspiration for his art pieces. He discovered this place after being way too disappointed in another location for being way too built up and busy. He found a sense of peace in the village, and it reminded him of his family. This painting made us all feel nostalgic and at peace. In the process of painting this, he'd addressed the problem of inserting figures into a landscape without it disrupting the unity of the other elements. He wanted the focus to not be stolen by the two figures. The wispy and quivery feeling is created by using short, brisk, and curved brushstrokes.
The next one is La Grenouille, created in 1869 by Auguste Renoir using oil on canvas. La Grenouille was the frog pond. It was a popular venue for the outing from Paris and for bathing in the summer, situated outside Bougival to the west of the capital. The sun is filtered through the green leaves and it sparkles on the surface of the river as a reflection. People are bathing, some are in the boats, rowing or sailing on the river. A group of men in suits and women wearing crinolines have sought shade beneath a tree on a little artificial island known as Camembert, or the other name is Flower Pot. It is the summer of 1869 and the painter Auguste Renoir and his colleague and friend Claude Monet are spending some days together. They paint the same subject and compete to see which of them can most vividly capture the subject impression of he sees on canvas. Renoir's painting is made up of short and quick brushstrokes using colors straight out of the tube. It is an instant impression caught in shimmer of colors and reflection from the river. To his contemporaries, the painting seemed unfinished, a mere sketch, but today we consider it a textbook, an example of Impressionism. Another was done by his friend Claude Monet. The painting was called Under the Poplars, also painted using oil, and it was created in 1887, currently displayed at Hasso-Plattner Collection Museum. In this carefree summer scene, Claude Monet celebrates the intensely brilliant red of the poppies, the leisurely attitude of the children surrounded by flowers and grasses emphasize the graceful lightness of the impasto of the surface, composed of spontaneous brushstrokes, reflects of the shimmering colors of the sun-filled moment.
Next painting is Merchant's Wife at Tea, painted by Boris Kustodev, 1918. This painting, owned by the State Russian Museum, which used technique on canvas. Boris Kustodev continued to paint moving and colorful images, even after illness had deprived him of the power to move independently as commentators, and the artist himself correctly noted. He inhabited a magical kingdom of recollections, daydreams, and nostalgic visions. Merchant's Wife at Tea is an excellent example of an artistic collection of dazzling beauty, casual evenings, unhurried tea drinking ceremonies, and seemingly permanent way of life. The lavish still life on the table, the gleaming samovars, the bright watermelon, the marble shoulders, and the heroines. The painterly beauty and expansiveness of every detail fill the canvas with light and color. Next painting, Luncheon of the Boating Party, painted by Pierre-Auguste Renoir, 1881. It is currently in public domain and is not displayed at any museum. This technique uses oil on canvas. The painting combining figures, still life, and landscape in one work. He picked a group of Renoir's dearest friends relaxing on balcony at the mansion for Lens, restaurant along the Seine River and Chateau, France. In this painting, Renoir has captured a great deal of life. The main focus of light is coming from the large opening in the balcony. Beside the large singlet man in the hat, the singlet of both men in the foreground and the tablecloth all work together to reflect this light and send it into the whole composition. The painting highlights a shift in French society since there are men and women all from different social classes mingling. This reflects how the division of caste in culture were dissolved to create a new class.
The next picture is Simlon past the Tees. In the summer of 1909 till 1911, surgeons stayed with various friends in Bellevue Hotel at the top of the Simpson Pass, enjoyed the cool mountain air at the time when the rest of England was suffering in heat. While his family and friends spent their day in leisure, surgeon got them to pose for a unique series of informal portraits. The link almost perfectly to the story we introduced. He has painted this in a time he spent with his friends and family in great leisure and contentment. These feelings are greatly reflected in the painting, and the artist used to softer colors. John was modeling one of the very few masters who consistently paint superbly in both oils and watercolors. Although for much of his career he kept watercolor painting much more personal and didn't tend to exhibit them, his success was such that he was able to use the least and highest of quantities pigments to paint paper and the finished brushes. However, no matter the quality of his material, watercolor was incredibly demanding on skill and technique, some things he had in abundance. The next painting is Roses, painted by Coeur in 1893. Fleur was already a famous artist when he first moved to Chechen. He most often initiated events and artists in Chechen gather to work and celebrate. He done so because he's always loved socializing. In the pictures, he portrayed the carefree life of the artist, the festive meals, walk on the beach, and evocative moonlit evening.
The next picture is Terrace of a Cafe at Night, painted in 1888 by Vincent van Gogh, displayed at the Color Muller Museum. The main reason we chose this painting was because of the vision he had for it. It was the vision of a relaxed spectator who enjoyed the charm of his surroundings without any moral concern. We felt it connected with our message and the feeling of the music almost completely. If you imagine yourself sitting at this cafe, you could imagine this music being played in the background, perhaps by a live band. Some interesting facts about this painting are: Vincent painted it with the intention of showing how the night is more alive and more richly colored than the day. And according to astronomical data, the position of the stars in the sky of the painting are accurate. He had also painted this on scene rather than by memory. The last picture is Keep Fog as Poor View, painted in 1882 by French artist Claude Monet. Displayed at the Art Institute of Chicago, it is said to be a painting of his two stepdaughters on a family vacation in a corn fishing village in Pourville, France. Prior to this trip, he had visited this location before while trying to find inspiration for his art pieces. He discovered this place after being too disappointed in another location for being too built up and busy. He found a sense of peace in the village, and it reminded him of his family. This painting made us feel nostalgic and at peace. In the process of painting this, he addressed the problem of inserting figures into a landscape without disrupting the unity of the other elements. He wanted to focus to not be stolen by the two figures. The wispy and curly feeling is created by using shots, beats, curves, but strokes.
When looking at the paintings on their own or listening to the track, it only touches one of the five senses. However, when combined, it can drive a person's imagination even further. The interpretations to the art are limitless. Certain colors and sounds can hold a sentiment or trigger different memories for every single person that's taking in this art. However, amongst the chaos of differences, there's always a common ground. And this common ground is what brings people together in the art community, which is the ability to move someone despite the feeling that's attached to the art.